Yeah,
My shit talking different. First nigga wanna play with us and lift this shirt, he end up missing. Pull 100 out the booth and another 100 out the trap. Only time I'm on my knees is when I'm praying or shooting craps. I'm the first Migo, came out the D, put the shit up on the map. I throw crowns with all my kings and let the clowns do all the cows. And you ain't never seen 4 Migo whipping by the stovetop. Nigga standing by the fridge in the trap cause this bitch is so hot. Pull an Escalade out the lot, hop out my leather so soft. Migo don't never talk to me about some shit you don't know about. I woke up and said a prayer, put one up top, then roll out. Hey, Migo, I go to church and put 10 blues in the plate. Drop 2s in the drink, I got jewels in the bank. You got 24 hours and you still choosing to hate. Back then I tie my boots and mix my trues up with bait. Hey, first nigga try to play with us, then we put 2s to your face. I'm forever turned up past my
what's up, man?
I brought my cup inside the church.
What's up, chat? What's up, chat? How we doing? How we feeling? You doing good, King? It's gonna be a short stream, bro.
I'm young and turned up, nigga. I spin this shit fast as I make
For
it.
obvious reasons.
They fuck with me, do what I want to. I flash my
Shit,
wrist
hold on, yo.
just to show it
Hold
that
this
I
ad
want
real
to.
quick. I need to get
And
paid.
with this shit, I'm
Thank
posted
you.
up just how I'm supposed to. On the way to the money, nigga, it ain't nothing that I won't do. Ay, damn, you sold yourself short and in the end it wasn't worth it. You cross some people out and that's the reason that it's working. You try to
We not wasting no time. Let's get straight into it. I can see my screen. Oh, that's your screen. We finna watch this. Watch this with me.
Let me take you back to the 2025 season. Oblique Seville just won the men's 100 in 9.77 seconds. Sidney McLaughlin-Levrone just made history by dropping a 47.78 in the 400 meters. And over in the men's steeplechase, a huge shout out goes to Jordy Beamish of New Zealand, who threw down one of the biggest kicks of the year to upset El Bakkali of Morocco. This really was unexpected. 2025 was honestly kind of a weird season, with Grand Slam battling its own issues while many other high schoolers were running way faster than the professionals. However, if we go over to Norway, there was something even more unexpected that took place, and it left the world in complete shock. After breaking the world indoor record for the mile at 3:45.14, the Norwegian great Jakob Ingebrigtsen announced that instead of crushing the outdoor season and challenging a few world records like he typically does, he was set to not race for perhaps the remainder of the year. This definitely left a big hole in middle distance running for 2025, as Jakob had already set some of the craziest world records over the past few years. However, in spite of his nagging injuries and in spite of his battles with his Achilles tendons, Ingebrigtsen, at long last, decided to go for it at the Tokyo World Championships. And even though he was very uncertain how he would run, this decision to go to battle was ultimately the only choice that he felt he had, saying that if he sat out this competition, he would go on to regret it. And even though this was quite the bold and brave ambition, he sadly just wasn't ready to compete. Because in the 2025 World Champs in Tokyo, Jakob was not able to qualify out of the opening heats in the 1500, finishing in 8th place in the opening heat with a time of 3:37.84. A respectable time, honestly, but on the day it just was not enough, as his body could not respond to the moves at the later stages of the 15. This clearly was a result of not racing for the better part of 6 months, and while it was unfortunate to see, he then decided to go for it in the 5,000, and he thankfully did qualify for the final. But come the final, getting a medal also proved to be an impossible task, as he finished in 10th place in 13 minutes and 2 seconds. Again, a very respectable time, but it was only good enough for 10th on the day. Jakob's 2025 season started red hot, with some of the most impressive performances to ever take place, including a world record in the mile and in the 1500 en route to that mile record. But the outdoor season was just impossible because of injury. After a very troubling 2025, Jakob then decided to go into surgery in 2026 to finally fix his Achilles tendons, a decision that was definitely set to take him out for 2026. And for a while, his only updates were rehab, lifestyle changes, and maybe the occasional running idea for the future. And even though it did seem as though Jakob was set to sit out until 2027, I am very happy to announce that he is officially back. Because of this year's European Championships, Jakob has made his plans clear. Return to the top and not let anyone else stand in his way.
Going for that gun, bro.
Ingebrigtsen, though, just changes gears so smoothly. Taking the lead for the very first time in this race. Ingebrigtsen in the lead at the bell then. Ingebrigtsen, though, impossible to resist. He just bided his time.
The work has begun.
This announcement is extremely exciting, and it's certainly a great step forward for Jakob. And given his track records at the European Champs, it's hard to argue that he doesn't have at least a shot at the podium. I mean, this man has achieved the double in the 5,000 and in the 1,500 for the past 3 installments of these championships. And even though he was only 18 back in the 2018 season, he's still pulled off the double. This man has so many achievements from the European Champs that he probably needs multiple rooms to house all of his medals. However, for 2026, even though he is eligible to defend both his 1,500 and 5,000 meter titles, it is very likely that he is only set to defend one. It's still not completely clear which event Jakob will compete in, and this is not only his first championship since having his surgery, but this will be his first competition. So many people are now wondering, what are the chances that Jakob runs fast and actually competes for the podium? I mean, the European Championships really do bring out some of the best athletes in the world. So does he have a chance to earn a gold, silver, or a bronze medal at these champs? Well, based on his training, it actually seems pretty likely. Recently, Jakob has posted some key workouts that show that he is clearly getting fit. And according to Jakob, his total weekly mileage right now is around 160 to 180 kilometers, and that translates to around 100 miles per week. This man is hitting triple digits. Additionally, Jakob has been hitting the gym hard, and this is key in building a foundation that not only makes you stronger, but it prevents injury significantly. This announcement is extremely hyped, and it is extremely exciting. And even though they are not set to race so far in 2026, many are now wondering how Jakob will respond, given that one of his primary rivals, Josh Kerr, just broke a world record that Jakob has been on record stating that he wants. Now, I'm sure all of you are quite familiar with Josh Kerr's recent world record in the mile at 342.66 at this year's London Diamond League meeting. This time took down the previous mark of Hicham El Guerrouj from 1999. And it really is crazy that Josh Kerr called his shot months ago. And even though there were a lot of doubters, and even though there were some that stated he couldn't go under 345, Kerr not only called his shot, but he called his shot to the exact second, creating Project 222, which of course stands for 222 seconds, and he hit that mark exactly. It really was amazing to see Josh Kerr break the mile world record and to run it all out up front for much of the race. But since that record has gone down, Jakob hasn't even addressed the mile record. In fact, some are speculating that Jakob is slowly getting ready for his own attempt at the mile. Now, I simply have to state that there is no way that Jakob will break a world record in 2026. He has literally no racing under his belt, and getting back will always present challenges. But I do think that seeing Josh Kerr break the world record has ignited something within his body. It must have been difficult to see Josh Kerr go and break the mile world record when you're injured. And even though Jakob will not be able to run anywhere close to a 342 this year, I actually think that he might be set to run faster than we think. For quite a while, the Jakob Ingebrigtsen and Josh Kerr rivalry was one of the most interesting and popular stories in athletics, as Josh Kerr was on record stating that he could beat Jakob under pretty much any circumstance, and of course, Jakob dropped his own opinions, stating that he was simply better than Kerr and his racing record stated that. But now the tables have clearly turned, as Kerr is breaking one of the hardest world records in all of athletics, while Jakob is sadly sidelined. I am very curious as to what Jakob will do come this year's European Championships, and I'm also very curious what you all think. Do you think he has a chance to win a medal? Do you think he's going to run in the 1500 or maybe the 5000? And do you think he's going to run in any other competitions this season? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.
I hope the stream didn't drop at all because I'm in the stream right now. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, none of these streams is gonna be great. More story left us end of the day. Be consistent, be disciplined. See you tomorrow for day 339. Good night.